Welcome to Gold News Video. Today coming from Sky News, where I'm here today with somebody doing a paper review. Gold is currently at $1,601.30 an ounce. Silver's at $28.02 an ounce. Basically, weak data from the USA has pushed gold up overnight. It's up $3. The lower expected factory output in the USA, slowest rate of growth in 3 months, which has kind of shocked people. So that's pushed gold up. There's been a budget call for the Bank of England, which sees odds shorten on another bout of quantitative easing. Since 2009, the MCP has created 375 billion of new money, equivalent to 25% of gross domestic product. In both February and March, the bank's Governor Sir Mervyn King and fellow director David Miles and Paul Fisher have voted for another 25 billion of quantitative easing. However, it's 50-50 whether the MPC votes for more QE this month or not, says Howard Archer, who's an economist with the independent ISH Global Insight. US financial regulation has been overhauled. The UK's banking regulator, the Financial Services Authority, has been abolished and replaced with 2 successors organisations. Change marks the end of the system set up by the previous Labour government. From the 1st of April, the Prudential Regulation Authority, PRA, will ensure the stability of the financial services firms and be part of the Bank of England. The Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, is now the city's behavioural watchdog. Silverprices.net have recommended keeping your gold or silver outside your own country in case of bail-ins. I've posted a link to that below. If it's not there right now, it'll be there when I'm we'll check back in an hour or so. And they say moving gold outside your country can be a good idea, especially if you're a US citizen, as moving it outside your own country soon could be banned. This is what silverprices.net have said. Fuel will be added to the fire by blaming gold for the dollar's ongoing weakness. Don't think you need to store gold outside your country. With the metal you attempt to buy, sell or trade within your borders could be severely regulated, taxed, tracked or even frozen in such crisis environment. You'd have easier access to foreign-held bullion, depending on the country and the specific events, they say. It's robbery, say the Daily Mail. New Cyprus bombshell as Britons are told they may lose everything over £85,000 in bank deposits. Bank of Cyprus will see, and this, I think this is for Britons with money in the Bank of Cyprus in the UK. Say Bank of Cyprus will see 37.5% of deposits over £85,000 converted into shares. Lucky Bank customers are also reported to be facing a loss of 80%. Experts say that there's a good chance that shares will be worthless. Bank of Cyprus savers will see 37.5% of any deposits over €100,000 converted into shares in the bank, with a strong possibility that these will prove worthless. Another 40% will be repaid only if the bank does well in the future, while 22.5% will go into write-offs. Lucky Bank customers are also reported to be facing a loss of 80% of their deposits above the £85,000 limit. BBC talks about tough Bank of Cyprus terms. They're saying that daily withdrawals are limited to €300. Cashing of cheques is banned. Those travelling abroad can take no more than €1,000 out of the country. Payments or transfers outside of Cyprus via debit or credit cards permitted up to €5,000 per month. Businesses able to carry out transactions up to €5,000 per day. Special committee to review commercial transactions between €5,000 and €200,000 and to approve all over €200,000 on a case-by-case basis. No termination of fixed-term deposits accounts before maturity. ETF Daily News says that silver ETF holdings surging on global demand. China's imports of silver surged 14% in January, the biggest monthly gain since July. Meanwhile, Peru's silver production is expected to rise about 5% this year and 9% next year. Holdings in silver ETFs rose 3.6% in the 2 months ending February 28th, reaching a new record of 19,699 metric tonnes on January the 18th, data compiled by Bloomberg show. Higher silver prices to come, says moneymorning.com. I'll post a link to that later on. Check below the YouTube video for that. And Texas lawmaker is sponsoring a bill that will withdraw $1 billion worth of gold bars to create Texas's bullion depository. This is Republican State Representative Giovanni Capriglioni's bill, and it would create a Texan bullion depository. It says gold hasn't been commonly held in its physical form by sovereign governments in the post-war period. Instead, most hold gold certificates from institutions like the Federal Reserve. And then an interesting one says China, looking at the pork price, can give you a guide to gold prices. There's evidence to suggest that a strong correlation between bullion prices and Chinese inflation. So they're saying if you're watching the price of pork, which is rising in China, it can be, they think, directly related to the price of bullion. And it says the fear that inflation can be pushed even higher by rising prices for pork, which is heavily weighed in the consumer price index because it's so widely consumed. And it's raised as much as 16% according to some estimates this year, or it could raise 16%. They say this year. If that happens, it could be good news for gold bugs, and that's from the FT blog. And yeah, that's all for today. Hope you're all well, and I'll post more tomorrow. Have a good day.